Hey, water signs, what's going on? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you. This is a weekend reading back by popular demand. A weekend energy reading. We are going to be doing a lot of different kinds of things over this weekend. The Gemini full moon coming up. Going to talk about that. Chiron is going direct again. That's beautiful. Venus going into retrograde. So lots of things happening this weekend. I'll be talking about all of them. We're moving into Capricorn season next week. So that's a big deal. All right. So let's try and get a sense of the energy for you, water sign, for this weekend, please. Allow your work to become your art. I love that. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. I love this deck so much. You will only see the way by making the way. All right, that's very interesting. You will only see the way by making the way. And this is the Cosmic Journey Oracle. Thank you to Heather Hines for sending this to me. You guys send me some beautiful things, so I love this deck. I wanted to say that to Heather. Thank you, Heather. There are no more well-marked trails to travel anymore. All institutions, organizations, and establishments are in a state of creative destruction. The safe route or the right way to build your life, your resume, your business is over and done. If you've received this card, it's time now for you to walk the pathless path, leading with love. Rejoice! What a time and space to be alive. Taking part in nudging forward the next era of evolving human consciousness. You volunteered to be a torchbearer, leaving guideposts for others as you move ahead, with joy as your GPS. You can now see the only way, okay, you can see the way only by making the way. I love that card. And that leads me to say to you that a lot of you are asking about shining your light. How do I shine my light? How do I call in my soulmate? If you've got questions, Pathfinders, we do a Q&A live on Thursdays, but if you've got questions for me, drop them in the comments, because I'm going to be making more videos that are answering some of these questions that, they come up in the readings, and I want to make sure that I'm addressing them. Sometimes I don't have time to address them in the readings, or it doesn't show up in the readings anymore, any further edification. Okay. Knight of Swords, Lovers, Six of Swords, Queen of Wands, World, Ace of Pentacles. Wow, some new beginnings here. Eight of Cups. Look at that. The Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. This is a moving forward kind of experience. This Knight of Swords is going the other way. Ten of Wands, Six of Wands, Ten of Cups. Look at that beautiful energy. Again, the Six of Wands going this direction. So some of you have been think about what I just said to you about the path, not having a path. You have to mark your own path. You have to create your own path. And I think that that's what this is showing me. These are all cards of the path. All right. Cards of being on the path, or following the path, or actively. There's no path on the water. Okay. I know some of you boaters will tell me that, yes, there's definitely ways to do things, but there's no set path to me. All right. When I'm looking at water, I'm seeing a vast expanse, and there's, 20 different ways to go. 20 different ways to go. Eight of Cups, same thing, making your own path. There's no path. He's walking a spiritual path, leaving behind things that were beneficial to him at one point, but they've become burdensome. So the Ten of Wands here. So what's underneath here is this Knight of Swords. And this can be like trying to run back to, a time or a place where you felt like you could see the path, you knew what was expected of you, but there was also a sense of, creative collapse or anger or frustration around that path. So the path, the well-worn path, is something that we're all learning, that we're moving evolutionarily. We're moving all in the direction of something new. And, if you're watching this, it's likely that you are somebody whose work will become a torch for others, will become, your light for others. And this is, obviously the Queen of Wands has a wand here, and a wand to me is like a giant matchstick, right? So you're able to move toward that, making the choice to move toward that. I see an ending of a way of life that was, if you really sat down and thought about it, you might have felt like you were doing the right thing, or you were following what people expected of you, or you were doing things to make other people happy, and it's not working anymore. It's not really making them happy. It's not really doing what you're here to do. And so there's this sense of like, well, then what am I doing this for? So I feel like what's happening here, I do see Sag, or Sag here with the Queen of Wands, Sag, Leo, Aries, and I see Gemini here. This is definitely about making a choice. Now, tomorrow we have on Saturday, depends on when you're watching this, but on Saturday, we have a full moon in Gemini. And the full moon in Gemini is about telling yourself stories, releasing toxic stories that you're telling yourself, and telling yourself a new story. Okay? Because your self-talk, and it's one of the most undervalued, underutilized tools, just self-talk. Change what you're saying to yourself. And you'd be surprised, especially if you're on a path or going toward a path that isn't already marked. Okay. And if you're telling yourself, I don't know where I'm going, there's no markings here, I have to use a machete to get through this thick underbrush, and I must be going in the wrong direction if I can't see the path. The universe is saying it's exactly the right path. If you can't see the path, it's because you're a trailblazer. You're the one who's supposed to be making that path. So if you're not seeing a path, you're in the right direction, because you're the one that's supposed to be making the path. Okay. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, like I said, or a Gemini, and it's possible right in the middle here by the end of this year. So the fifth card for me is always the timing card, and this is the Ace of Pentacles, which is 1 year. So it can be that 2022 is this time for you to break out of traditional structured life and move on your own path. It can be that you're starting off like this is an ending and then a beginning, like you're walking through this gate as this year ends. Sorry about the focus. Walking through the gate, through the, the ending, the new beginning, as this year comes to a close. And the Eight of Cups is showing like the next kind of step here. You could be finding a fellow traveler on this path, and part of the lesson of this person's in your life, you could want to run away. All right. You could decide, or you could have this urge to run back to where things were safe. But I do feel like part of your journey with this person is to release and let go of everything that has been holding you back. And it's not insignificant what's been holding you back. You've taken on a lot of other people's expectations, a lot of other people's hopes and wishes for you, well-meaning, all right, not evil or anything like that, but like well-meaning. But you're a trailblazer. You're part of this new evolutionary process, and it's time to be cool with the fact that you're not seeing a path forward. That is a little bit about the Gemini full moon too, is that we've had a 2021 that has been very up and down. The energies, if you're really surfing the energies like I have been, it just, one day I feel great, and then I no sleep for 2 days, and it just in the dumps, right? And so a lot of that, if you're, willing to shift into working with that energy, it's like, okay, why is this going on? What's happening here? And it can be some outside influences I have recently taken to keeping my, doing my protection and keeping my black obsidian here. It could be black tourmaline, but black obsidian is a really good method of protection against any kind of external influences. And even though they're not harsh or negative, they're still not your path. Doesn't have to be someone who's toxic being a catalyst. Okay, people who are well-meaning, when you look at them, you go like, that's ridiculous. This is not my path forward. I need to be on my own spiritual path. I need to be doing what I'm here to do. And I think that's what's happening here. The good news is, check this out, 10 of Cups. So I feel like there's someone who's a catalyst who may be very different from your expectations in love, maybe very different from who your family expects of you. This person may have gone through some kind of trauma or difficulty. This person may have, you might be going through some kind of trauma and difficulty, trying to get free of an old life and move down this new path. And they are here. They are here for it. They are here to help you. They're here to move you down this path, and be the one who kind of steers the ship for a while, because you're really, your strength is going to be needed. So I do feel like this could be Leo, because I'm looking at I have a strength card that's framed. Colleen gave me a strength card that's framed. And I do feel like this could be that Leo energy. I look at all the fire signs and the Gemini energy. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about releasing old toxic thought patterns that are holding you back. And I think that that could be a very relevant message for you, especially because you are going to find that life is moving you down a road that you don't recognize. And you're a leader. We need you. All right. So I'm going to continue on. I do think that there could be some kind of twin flame or some kind of partner that is a cosmic connection, is a past life soulmate or something. So we'll take a deeper dive into this. Fire sign and Gemini. The link is below for you. If you want to continue on with me, I'll see you over there.